I have Injustice 1. Let me show you guys Martian Manhunter and Batgirl. So Martian Manhunter is the character I played after Nightwing. He was a DLC character and I was really excited for him because I think he's really cool. Martian Manhunter is a zoner first and foremost. He has really good zoning, right? So this is an overhead that does 8% of your life on hit. This is the enhanced version of it. Covers the entire screen. It's also plus on block from my memory. The other projectile he has is this. So you can pick where this goes. The other important thing is that the meter burn version of this is homing. And you can combo off it with your teleport. Look at how high this reaches. You see this? You can be anywhere on the screen and this will hit you. And you can combo off of it with whatever you want. See that? And you get Oki. This explodes after a certain amount of time. And you can put it near or far and to protect you. The other thing is the meter burn version instantly explodes on contact with the opponent character. So if they move into it, it automatically pops on the meter burn version. The other thing is you can combo off of it. And you get Oki. It is so plus that after someone gets hit by it, you can instant overhead them. So this is an instant overhead. And you can combos into his teleport. This combos also. And then you can put the orb out. As you can see, extremely good Oki, extremely consistent pressure, extremely consistent zoning. The damage is like really solid. That's like no bar, 30% damage. If he wants to do the harder combos, he can do stuff like this and then do scoop. This is a low combo starter, by the way. His teleport, I've showed it off a few times. It works off of all of his zoning, and it's a great combo starter. You can do in the air at any point, whenever, even after he air dashes, even if he air dashes over you and he wants to come out on the other side. Not only that, this is the other version of the teleport. It's an overhead. Very few characters can punish it. It's safe on block. Somebody has to do an armored back three to beat it. Otherwise, you cannot punish it. You may think like, oh, I'll just react to his teleport. He can just whiff other things in the air. This looks like he's going through the ground. You could do stuff like that, right? It's extremely like one of the most degenerate things I can think of in the game. He has really fast normals, good pokes. In fact, this is really good because his jab check puts you full, like look at this. Imagine getting in on this character and he jabs you. That's safe on block, by the way. This move is safe, -6 with pushback. You may say -6, look at the pushback. I haven't talked about his trait. So you've seen all of his zoning and everything, and you're like, wow, this is all really good. His trait makes it so that all of his moves have more range. You may say like, how much more range? This is his standing 2. This is it with his trait. It's instant too. As soon as you hit the trait, it happens. It also gives him more damage. You notice, if I'm traded, it does 34%. This is like his overhead, and he's in traded. That's an overhead. He's also what's called a power character. Non-power characters, when they interact with this card, they like jump out of the corner. He crushes you for 22%. So being a power character is good most of the time in this game. Instead of riding the bike like you're like Trinity in the Matrix, like let me get away. He fucking crushes you with it. And it does 20% unblockable. Not only does it do 20% unblockable, but you have to remember he has like a hard knockdown move. And then he can just do stuff like this. So let's say I hit him at round start with this. This is guaranteed 20% OTG on block. So that's 50% on round start off of just a random move. Yeah, this game had stage counter picks because power characters were extremely degenerate with that kind of stuff. So for small characters, and particularly Batman is the best character in the game probably on this stage, because he has up batterings. These are anti-air batterings. He has his grounded battering, right? This isn't unblockable. That does 20%. And you may think like, that's pretty good, but like, why does that matter? So Batman has this trait, and this is homing. So he can throw anti-air projectiles and then do that on the ground. So what Batman could do is he could hit you with the dumpster and then stand right here and hold this and do this. And then he'd throw this, and then he would do this. That's plus 20 on block. Pop the trait, throw this. And this is the game. The pig is an interactable in this game that slides on this hook. So I would hit him with this, and then he would throw the pig back. I would throw it at him, and then he would throw it at me, and we would just slide this back and forth. And it's like, it catches you in the air, it catches you on the ground. Like the hitbox is fucking huge, and you would just throw the pig back and forth. That's true, there is tech. You can get through the pig because you could armor cancel and then dash through it. One thing about Superman that's also really ridiculous is that his trait gives him more damage. So there's like a lot of interactables in the game where he could just do stuff like this, and it increases the amount of unblockable damage it does. That did 23% as an OTG. He's also a power character. So non-power characters just jump off this and they like place a bomb. Let me show Batgirl real quick. This is Sonic Fox's character. Batgirl also has a homing teleport that gives her her win condition immediately. And the main thing about Batgirl is that she was the mix-up character. So she has an overhead starter. This move, this is cartwheel, has 3 follow-ups. This is a low. This is an overhead. And if she holds up, it's a high. The high is so plus on block that the next cartwheel is guaranteed. She would hit you and then do this bola. And then after the bola, she would jump in and then do overhead or low. And that's it. And after the 50-50, she would just bola you again. Over and over and over for no bar. So this is like her mid-screen thing. It's, you know, 25% damage into an unreactable 50-50, into 25% damage, into whatever, and then she hits you here, and then, you know. It's not that much damage, right? She does like 50% off of any hit in the corner. Like, even that is like me dropping the combo, but that's like 40% on a bad combo. And then 54% on a good combo. The other thing about cartwheel is that if you dash forward and did this, that's a cross up. And then you can land in the front too. There's a way to like make it not cross up. This is also an instant overhead. That's pretty important because you can combo this. It's hard to describe just how silly the stuff. Oh yeah, she also gets to use this really well. Because like if you try to throw it at her, she'll just teleport it. She also, because she didn't need to spend meter, she could super a lot, and her super is really good. It's an anti-air, and she can just add it onto any combo, and it does a lot of damage.
Hold this for me.
Fucking brings out the balloon. It does a lot of damage. Any Nightwing tag? No, don't pick him. Not worth it. Look at this footage. This crusty footage. Yeah, Batman trait, by the way, is like Happy Gal's gunshot, but like I think it's kind of better in some ways and worse in other ways. But basically, he could just release it at any time to punish anything. Anytime in his pressure, anytime he wanted to do anything, he could just release it. Jump 2, back 2. No, he does 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. And then now you're dumpster. The OTG dumpster, that's plus on block. And now he throws the up battering because the dumpster's coming. OTG dumpster. Now he backs off. He holds the bat, throws up battering, and now he dumpsters. I forgot to tell you guys, the dumpster hits on the way back. On the ground and in the air. And now he just chips some OTG. Yeah, whatever he wants to do. Now he just pops a trait, and then he releases the trait, and then he stopped one dumpster toss, and that's guaranteed dumpster. Anti-air battering, and that's an OTG dumpster, can't get out. Release it, anti-air battering, OTG dumpster, can't get out. Meter burn again, release the bat, OTG dumpster, can't get out. And now he has enough meter to just chip him out. That's the game. This is a tournament match. People were playing this game for money. I can't begin to explain to you how different games were. The first version of this game was dominated at EVO because a stage called Metropolis Rooftop, drones would spawn, and the drones did like 20% damage, unblockable, unscaled every time, and only power characters could throw them, and they spawned like every 5 seconds. So the power characters would just zone and then throw the drone at you over and over and over and over. And if you're not a power character, you automatically lose on that stage. So you may be asking, what do the power characters do when they interact with the dumpster? Power characters on this stage throw the dumpster on the ground and break it, and it's dead. They would end their combos early and just throw the dumpster on the ground so that you couldn't use it anymore. This is why I downloaded Injustice. Sometimes when I talk about this shit, I feel like people think I'm making shit up. Like they don't believe me that this kind of nasty shit existed in a video game. So this move is called Earthshaker. As you can see here, it's an overhead then low. It hits within 2 frames. It does 12% damage. All this character did is this. That's all I did, and throw. I How do you block it? You just block it. It's an overhead, then it's a low. The problem is if it hits farther, the timing changes on it, and he can just hit you with the low. He did sweep. He could this is a wake up cross. Is the cross up? It reverses your inputs. See these drones? These drones do 20% damage and spawned like way faster than they do now. You see that? So every time he does this move to you, it reverses your wake up option. So if you try to wake up attack into it, your wake up goes the wrong way. Now some wake up attacks will hit from behind, so they still work. Oh, so let me try to block it. Right. Damn, he's good. So somebody asked how you deal with the move, you just block it. It also does a lot of chip. The other thing about this character is this move. This is a plus on block armored tackle. As you can see, it goes pretty far. The other thing about this character is his trait is the thing that existed in the video game. His trait lets him absorb anything. So he just absorbs attacks while he's in his trait. When he has bar, he does full screen plus on block tackle. When he doesn't have bar, he does this. You also may be wondering, like, what combos did this character do? No. He has like one strength. These drones, they nerfed the spawn time on them, but it used to be that characters would just zone and they would just throw that. Also, this is unblockable. Show Aquaman. There's only one thing to show. The chip on it is like incredibly good. That's like the entire purpose of the move basically, is that on hit or block, this move does an enormous amount of chip. His trait is that he falls out of combos. And he can do his trait whether he's in hit stun, whether he's in block stun. So even if it hits me, I can activate the trait and then block. And he has really good footsies. Like this move is really good. He has this move. This is plus on block. And you can armor it. And then he has this. There's a low. Back to. There's an overhead. There's also a power character. Unblockable. That does 20% from full screen. Most of the characters in this game are pretty funny, either in a good way or a bad way, but that was what makes them cool. Who's top one? These are the two characters who were the best. Can I show us a bad character? Someone who's like pretty weak. Lobo's not great. Shazam is not great. Ares is pretty bad. Cyborg, maybe. I don't think Lex was worse than those characters though, no? Shazam, basically, he's like a grappler, but he was just really slow, and most of his stuff is like so stubby. His big problem is he has two grabs. One hits crouching characters and one does not, and he struggled to get in. His projectile was so slow. Look at his meter burn projectile. This is also, it's unsafe, but he can get in with it. He couldn't stick to you very well. And he was like a hybrid grappler character with not a great grab. He just didn't have much going on for him, to be honest. Grundy was cool too. He also kind of a character that had to work a little hard. Grundy is weird because he has so much good stuff, but he's also, at the same time, he has a lot of problems. He has this command grab, and he can cancel it. This is an armored command grab. This is really good because this allowed him to get knockdowns, and it's a low. This is an overhead combo starter as well. This is a real command grab on hit or block. This by the way, this move is really good. It's a stagger, and then you can do stuff like this after. This is an incredibly, it's like a 5-frame anti-air grab, by the way. I just don't remember any of his chain grabs. You have to time it. This gives him more health. And he can switch between the two, which one he wants to do. So he has one that's like health, one that's offense, and one that's less chip. And they're all useful in their own matchups. You can do this. Safe jump. This gives him a setup. That's an auto meaty. You can also go low. Low into overhead. Low into low. Overhead into overhead. The hit advantage of walking corpse. Oh, it doesn't say. Yeah, this game does indeed have frame advantage. Yeah, he was like okay. He was not a super strong character, but when I talk about this game, I want you to understand it is a different time. This shit is not okay. Truly one of the fighting games of all time. I love this game so much. I hate this fucking game. I love this game. I mean, yeah, I played a lot of Injustice 2 and MK and Injustice 1. I'm secretly an NRS plant. I don't think people know. I came from NRS games as a competitive player. My mindset is forged through NRS games. I played Street Fighter 4 and Marvel first, but I started being serious about games in NRS games. NRS and KI.